Hey, this is Emma Brooke. Welcome and thank you for joining me. I wanted to do a bit of a video today, quite briefly, just on how to forgive. And the reason that I wanted to do this is because um, I've been on a bit of a journey myself the last few weeks in terms of forgiveness and forgiving myself, and just being really aware of what it is that we eat ourselves up about, and it bugs us and it sits with us and it kind of blocks our flow and blocks our energy and just stops all the good things coming to us. So yeah, I just wanted to share how I got through that, and perhaps that can be of benefit to you as well. Um, so first of all, I guess I should say, how do you know that you need to forgive? And I would say, if you're sat there at home, or you're trying to go to sleep, or you're like watching TV and somebody's talking to you, and in the back of your mind you're going, God, I wish I should have done this, or I wish I'd have said this at this moment, or maybe I should have said this to this person, or maybe I should have done this today, um, then you're in a bit of a loop and you're not forgiving yourself. And I'm not saying that you should just breeze through life thinking that everything is great and I'm perfect and I never do anything wrong, because we all do stuff that maybe we could have done differently. Um, but when you get into this loop of not forgiving yourself, of torturing yourself, of telling yourself off all the time, it just creates this like really negative cycle of energy, which isn't helpful. So in order to move past that, you need to learn to forgive yourself. Um, and I've done this recently. I had some sort of interactions with some people, and I looked back and I was like, God, I should have done that differently, and I wasn't as compassionate as I wanted to be, and I let my ego get in the way, and it really hurt me, and it sat with me, and it kind of made me think, God, like, this isn't healthy. I shouldn't be dwelling on this as much as I am. I know what I should have done differently, and I've learned from it, and now I need to put that learning into action rather than keep going back to, oh, that was really rubbish, I shouldn't have done that way. And I meditated on it a lot, and by meditating I mean I sat with it, I closed my eyes, I breathed, and I just said to myself, I've learned, thank you for this experience, thank you for this opportunity to show me a side of myself which I maybe wasn't ready to see. And, thank you, I'm grateful, I've learned from it, and I'm ready to put that learning into practice. And then I just sat. And I sat. And I sat. And I did it daily, and I did it for like 10 minutes a day. And I'm not saying you have to do that. If it's 1 minute a day, great. I'm a firm believer in meditation. But yeah, just take that time to sit with yourself and learn from it, and know that you've learned from it, because you can't forgive yourself if there's no learning there. Because why are you angry at yourself? You obviously feel like you did something that you don't want to do again. So figure out what you did that you didn't like. That's the first step. And then when you feel these thoughts coming up in your mind, because you'll be, as I said, you'll be sat there watching TV, or somebody will be talking to you, and you'll be trying to be present and trying to be listening to them, and all of a sudden this little thing will pop up in your head, and you'll be like, why did that happen? Why did I do that? So when that happens, take a deep breath and feel the feeling. I don't want you to just ignore the feeling. Think, okay, I feel sad, or I feel angry, or I feel annoyed at myself. And then just say to yourself, that's okay, I forgive myself, I choose to see this differently. And this isn't a me thing, this is a Gabrielle Bernstein thing, that I forgive myself, I choose to see this differently. Gabrielle Bernstein, you should check her out if you haven't already. But just that act of saying, I forgive myself. And if you can't bring yourself to say that, just start with something like, I'm open to forgiving myself. I'm willing to forgive myself. It just sets the energy right. It lets the universe know that there's an openness there that it can start to craft in you. So I forgive myself. I'm willing to forgive myself. I am open to forgiving myself. Just try one of them. You don't have to actually do it. You just have to say it. It's just the energy of saying it. Say it in your head, and then just sit with that. And eventually you'll get a feeling of, okay, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm done. Then you say, I choose to see this differently. I want to see this differently. Tell me what's going on. Give me my next mission. And you don't have to figure out what that is. That's the joy of it. You just have to put the energy out there. So put the energy out there. I choose to see this differently. I want to see this differently. I'm ready to learn something new, and see what happens. And I know it all sounds really simple, and that's because a lot of the time it is. I know. You're sat there going, oh yeah, you're such a bitch. Like, you haven't done what I've done. You haven't been through what I've been through. I've been through quite a lot. And it sucks. And it hurts. And you feel shit. And you sit there crying for a long time. You do. And eventually you get to a point where you don't want to cry anymore. And when you get to that point, that's when you're ready to see things differently. But in the meantime, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I'm willing to forgive myself. Just set the energy out there. Just do it and be patient and wait. And it will happen. And if it takes 3 weeks or 3 months, then obviously there's a lot of feeling to be going on and there's a lot of learning for you to be doing. But trust in the process. I forgive myself. And then I'm ready for the next step. Okay, I'm really excited to hear what you think. Let me know if you have any questions on the below. I would love to chat with you. Emma@emmabrook.co.uk, or you can find me on like Google+, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Come and connect. I'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks. Bye.